in terms of how rough of a start it was for one of the teams, in this case, Ivy. This game too, it should be closer.
It should be. They have a lot of ways to gap close on the Drow. You know, they've got good ways to teamfight. I'm with exactly what Panel was saying. Just, are they going to be able to execute it? Because these lanes are such a disaster. You know, I have seen from time to time, you know, you draft a Darkseer, you're all excited because you've got some nice Ion Shell pairings, and Darkseer just isn't even able to play, and by the time you hit 7, the game's like over. That's pretty much what happened last time, so now with Lycan, should have a bit of a better time, and I like the way that they've set up their lanes. They're putting the Clock plus Lesh together, putting the Lycan plus Phoenix. Top lane is still pretty weak, though. This Lycan Phoenix lane versus Marcy Drow could get punished pretty hard. Bottom should do well, though.
Okay. That's out of the lanes, you'd say that's the lane that you're kind of most hopeful that the setup Ivy's got will work out.
Yeah, I mean, there's ways to play around it, of course. They've got the snap to Cookie constantly to be able to get out of cogs and stuff like that in case somebody is caught out. But overall, like Clockwork, his job is just to tank spells. I like the item build from Cube also. Lots of regen stick, so he's going to tank the spells, be able to stick up and stuff like that, to be that brunt of force there for PO. PO's just gone for stats and stick, which should be nice. If they get on the Lesh, they have kill threat. That's the one thing. So it's up to Cube to be this literal wall on Clockwork and just even die maybe some of the times just to sap some spells, sap some mana away from this lane from OT, just to secure PO. But he should be able to do so. Clockwork's one of the best at that.
Let's see how much Cube can make this lane nice for PO65.
All right, off the mark with the first stun.
Just take a lot of damage, but as you say, geared up with a fair bit of regen, so Cube's fit to be able to sort of reset, get his HP up, and trade with them once again.
We'll lose his courier. Didn't have extra regen on it, but had a mango. We'll be able to trade with Omar.
So a lot of damage Jam's going to be taken whilst dragging this creep wave. Should be fine. Just back over to Own Me. He's going to actually have to put the ferret, but maybe he's not. Okay, some little bit of body blocking with the walls. As I said, they had to be careful there. Jam was getting very, very low. We'll manage to get back and salve up.
Top lane is definitely the hardest lane, I would say, for Ivy. Yeah. Mid can sometimes be a bit volatile also. I would say Puck, if Noob does the build that I've been seeing, which it looks like he actually... Okay, no, he's not rushing it, but it goes for like the Falcon Blade kind of build. That's where it becomes really difficult for Pucks. The base damage and all that. Your animation's not so great. And right now, I mean, Noob is dominating the matchup a bit. So I think top and mid should probably be a little bit Ooredoo Thunder's dominant, but bottom should go well. Unless they're not careful of their positioning, and then they can actually just die, because there's Cookie plays into Spear's back. A lot of burst damage between the two down here. So, I mean, Ooredoo does have a lot of kill threat in the side lanes.
They do. They do. They've certainly got the spells to use here in the laning stage. See at the moment with the odds from our partner, esportsbet.io. Very much favouring Ooredoo. After last game, you can definitely understand that. They look very, very hot today, Ooredoo Thunders, in the openings of the series.
And I'm thinking things might have compounded from last game just a little bit, at least for Mobe. I know Puck has gotten nerfed and all this stuff, but I don't think this match is supposed to be 13-4 to 5-2 already at this point. It only gets better and better for Death Prophet.
I think you're absolutely right. You know, we don't see Mobile struggle to this level in pretty much any of the lanes that we've watched him in. So it has to be sort of just a bit of a vibe that's just lingering with him after that rough game one.
Yeah, that's concerning. All three lanes at the moment going in the favor of Ooredoo. Bottom going okay still for Ivy, but yeah, top's gonna get harder and harder for this Lycan plus Phoenix versus the Marcy plus Drow. Marcy Drow gets also much stronger in comparison because they'll get the levels and the rebounds so you can actually reach and get on top of this Lycan. And
they maybe can already go for kills now.
Yep.
JM is able to dive away, but it really is a lane where you got to watch out. I mean, on pretty much all of them, maybe even in mid lane, Mobile with the struggle that he's had, if he gets caught out, or plays too over aggressive. I mean, sorry, top, they get the lift onto JM Vincenzo, and that'll be him dead. No further option of escape with the dive still on cooldowns. First blood for TA2000, bottom lane.
Neo's low.
He's going to stand his ground and let's see if he can kill off Woods, and he will manage to do that exactly. He has the stick charges to keep himself safe. So Ivy, they will be able to punch hard on that bottom lane and take down the Mars.
I love when that happens. Not to myself, of course, that hurricane pulling you into enemies, but always funny to see. And yeah, they've got a salve as well, too. Cube's got one at the ready. So yeah, bottom should be that good lane. But the other two lanes, yeah, going pretty disastrously already. And now PO, he actually gets caught from the stun.
Ooh, they're going to be able to get the spear back on the tree. We'll manage to hold back Omar in the cogs. Wooter is going to try and run down PO65. See if PO65 can survive through this. He'll be able to actually pick up the kill. Realizes there's no way out, though. Has to accept his fate underneath the tower, so we'll end up going down. But still able to bring someone down with him. Able to take down Omar.
Yep, pretty decent. Own Me in some trouble top. They've got the rebound still saved. Kaori even holding a skill point for the second point. Yeah,
this lane now at this point feels that Ooredoo's going to be able to do this over and over again, right? Just sort of run the Lycan out of the lane with the levels they have now in Ooredoo.
Yeah, and Phoenix doesn't really provide much of anything up here. He just actually just watches. You know, I did say I like the lane setups, but I meant, you know, the clockwork with the Lash. This top one is just, you know, Phoenix doesn't provide anything for the Lycan at all. So yeah, top and mid, I mean, going very one-sided for Ooredoo. Nice play from Cube down bottom, though. He actually isolated the snap so that the extra damage from Scatter Blast didn't hit the Lash. I think they actually killed PO a little earlier, if not. Wooter.
Took a wraparound on Wooter. So he's quick with the spear. Make sure the Cube's not able to set up on him.
They're actually making the rotation mid, perhaps. Omar. An early ward. He probably knows how hard Noob is stomping. Noob is 6 already. Might just be able to exo pressure tower here with this step move. If Mobe orbs aggressively, he could die.
And he's going to be tempted to. There's the orb. And he'll actually jump out into the river.
Cool. That's a good play there, actually.
Yep, knows that.
I like that move.
I guess, you know, obviously has the info that Omar's off the map. Knows that they could be looking to punish him if he sat in position.
They're bringing a third hero, and they're tanking for the catapult. Okay, catapult does get hit. Mobe able to get away.
And
bottom lane, they get a kill.
They do get Wooter again. So. That bottom lane really putting in the effort there, PO65 and Cube, to make sure they get some sort of good start in one of the lanes. Mid lane, Mobe with some fancy footwork, making sure that Ooredoo don't threaten his life, at least with the amount of heroes they brought in. Still a decent amount of damage done to his tower, down to half HP.
I mean, really well played. After, like, the lane was pretty rough, he did some really good moves to hold on to this tower when 3 heroes go to him, so nicely done.
Top tower is under
and JM, of course, with his rotation over, he did take away that arcane room from Noob. So things slightly salvaged, but not quite enough, really. This Drow is absolutely free farming. And it's, I mean, there are a lot of ways to get on the Drow, but at the same time also, it's a pretty damn good Drow game when you look at it. Gust is a very powerful ability this game versus the Puck, even versus Lesh. I mean, and Phoenix, of course. But the Shard timing is going to be amazing versus this lineup, too, versus Lycan and Lesh. And they're already getting the stacks at the prepared. So Omar getting them ready for his Drow or for his Death Prophet early.
Yeah, and I mean, something that can threaten the Drow is if the Lycan's had a pretty good start and he can get the 6 at a decent time, you know, once you've got the ult up, you're able to sort of play around the Gust and still get on top of the Drow. But with how rough of a lane it has been again on the top, it's, you know, by the time Lycan's got his first item, the summon's ready to play with him, highly likely that the Drow is not going to be fearing him getting on top of too much, because she'll be able to keep a distance with a Hurricane Pike, or the rest of the allies are going to have abilities to keep that Lycan controlled and away from the Drow.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, eventually there's going to be max sidekick pretty early in the game, so might even just be able to stand ground first Lycan if she's so far ahead. And there's a Mars, so that's the other thing, of course. That's why they went for this pick, just that full protection for the Drow Rangers.
top tower is under attack.
Lots of heroes rotating toward mid. Ooredoo sending a 3 again. And Onmi still getting, I mean, Onmi is getting walked down top. He might just die up here while they're also pressuring mid. Yeah, this is a dead Lycan. Solo kill.
Team 2000 ended up being pretty farmed last game. Definitely looking to be going in the same trajectory this time. 8 minutes and top net worth on the Drought. Complete free farm in that lane. In the mid, as much as they try and hold them back from the tower. Ooh,
good coil.
3-man Dream Coil. Will get the many kills out of this. Omar, he will finally get taken down there by the orb. But Ooredoo, at least, despite being 3-man Dream Coil, still able to find a support trade there. They'll get Cube in return.
And Pio actually ends up TPing over to try to help out, but it's actually just a wasted TP, wasted time. So they do get the kill on the snap, but they lose their clock. They lose the majority of their tower. And TA2000 during it gets a solo kill. Level 8 on this drow already, top net worth. Again, Ooredoo firing on all cylinders.
I mean, Omi's trying to step back to this lane, but I don't know if it's safe.
Uh-oh. He needs backup immediately. He might still just die.
He's looking very dead.
Oh, boy.
This ain't the lane to come to. It's time to start hitting those jungle creeps, I feel.
I think so as well. I mean, it's already... Usually we see the helmet... We don't see the helmet dominator come out this late almost ever. He's still not quite even 6 on the Lycan. So when that timing even hits, Drow's going to be level 9. So a level 9 Drow versus a level 6 Lycan with Helm, I don't think they're going to be able to walk down TA2000. He has Treads, triple Wraithband, Dragonlance already.
It's sort of in a game where, you know, that top tier 1 tower, I mean, Ooredoo, they'll probably be able to hold on to that for quite some time, right? The only real pressure that could come in is the Lesh, but with how farm this Drow is, Drow's going to be sort of happy to sit at a distance and hold the tower with a +1, +2, and just this top area of the map, it's not going to be a place that Ivy can play aggressive into for a long time.
No, and PO has actually gone for 4 in Lightning. So it's more of like a fighting style build rather than the push build anyway. And also, he is playing versus Mars and Snapfire, and Drow even, 3 heroes that can keep distance. Well, not the Mars, but the idea of it is keep the distance away from the Lash to just get blasted from distance. And now PO in some trouble.
He's going to get caught in the arena. TA2000's in with the damage. It's not as rough as the start as game 1, but it's definitely not a pretty one here for Ivy again. They're down 7-4, 3K down as well. And honestly, if this game continues like this, and you know, you look at the lineup that Ivy have, and you said with the skill build of the Legends, so this could be a game where Ivy don't even get to take a tier 1 tower.
Yeah, I mean, they might just have to, like, throw 4 heroes at the top tower to try for it.
Sure, yeah, because how are they going to get any sort of map control? Like, how do they take objectives with their heroes?
At the moment, it's literally just, I think, throw bodies. I don't think fighting as a team at this point now is going to be easy. Because this Mars ult and Snap ult is going to constantly be up when they're able to look to make moves. So
here we go, some pressure
just
top.
Some pressure top right now. Let's see if they get it.
See if
they might be. I think they should be able to.
Okay, Ooredoo's just going to let this one go.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Down bottom. Cute. 2.2. No way he's living.
He's going to live.
He lives.
And he's out.
And mid tower noob. I mean, yeah, taking bottom, taking mid solo with the Death Prophet. That's why they go for the sacrifice of top. They're getting things that are much bigger on the map. Yeah. TA2000 now. After Treads, Dragonlance, almost Hurricane Pike. He's got those Ancient stacks we were talking about from before. So a triple stack at Ancients, triple stack at Hard Camp. 4K lead already.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Are some stacks prepared on the side of Ivy at the least for that Lash to farm, but
and do you like this as well? Then the Atos rush on the DP this game.
So I saw Bryle do this in the NA when they felt like their team didn't have that much catch. Their team has a lot of catch, but I guess he's just feeling why not more, and it does make you really tanky.
And if you consider the heroes, it's a very good game, right? You know, you're stopping the dive potential, you're catching the Lycan. You know, Root's obviously very nice against him during his ultimate. And yeah, between sort of the threat of the silence, the threat of the Atos Root, maybe you're catching a puck out here and there. So
yeah, I'm a fan. I like it quite a bit. Look at his items. I mean, look at his build too, right? So Atos, Falcon Blade, a cloak, and he takes the 10 talent rather than having silence. So look at this HP on this DP. His versus magic damage, which is pretty much everything that Ivy has right now. I mean, his effective HP is what? Like 2,400, something like that with this. It's insane how tanky he really is.
This is a nice build to play aggro with. Keep the advantage.
Because nobody's doing physical. Like, the Lycan is not going to walk into a Death Prophet.
Indeed, the Lycan's just not a threat at this stage.
Yeah, so it's only that magic damage, and I don't see how Noob dies at this point versus it. As Ooredoo, about to hit another big timing. They're going to have Blink Dagger up on their Mars. Kaori's still also been farming, by the way. He has Phase Boots and BKB queued up. So this Marcy's on venture to
they want to dive in
scale.
for him. They'll be able to get in under the tier 2 tower, take down Kaori. He's coming in, see what TA2000 can find. He's going to get caught in the Dream Court, but he's got a lot of backup here. The arena's out. Quick spear from Wood to catch it onto the puck. Hits it in as well. very quickly done there by Ooredoo to kill
Nice hook
Mobile
shot.
off. Cube, it's going to bring him in pretty deep, and he has not got the damage on his own to get any kills with that sort of jump, so he ends up dying. Owned me has to pop the ult and run away. So a very aggressive move there from Ivy. I mean, you said you imagine that they're just going to be sort of throwing bodies in to get something done. That certainly happened there. Diving the tier 2 there for the Marcy. It cost them a couple of lives.
Ooredoo is just too fast to react. Like, that play is all happening, and Weeder, I believe he has his blink, like, coming out of the courier, or it's almost finished, and he's already TP top. He's already set up for the play.
In the mid. Mobile. See if we can get Omar. Stick charges are there. Omar's going to be fine. Oh, actually, he's no sticking down low. He's
okay.
He keeps living this snapfire. So many times we've seen Omar get just within an inch of death. But he lives once more.
You know what we say? Fluffy hats and raindrops save lives.
It really
this time
has
it was
for
a
him this
fluffy
game.
hat.
It really has.
Another rocket, but even if it hits, he's just fine. Ooredoo. I think they're reacting and playing so quick around the map that Ivy doesn't really know how to punish. Like, they try to go for this top play. It looks decent with the way they get the initial kill on the Marcy, and it looks okay with the way they're diving, and then boom, they're just a Mars. You know, they're just too quick with the way that they're making these rotations. Already a 6K lead, and everyone's farming. That's what I was mentioning. Okay, Kaori dies top, but this is a 5 Marcy that's level 8, has an Ogre Club, phase boots.
Yeah.
Is on the way to transitioning.
He's not quite having the Phoenix game that he had in terms of his farm, but it's definitely not a bad one once again here on his support Marcy.
I think the win probability for this one is actually higher than the last one at this time, and I think they had like double the kills.
Wait, is it actually?
Yeah, it's 87%. I think last time was 79
wow,
at this moment.
That is very, very high indeed for this stage. In the mid, silence into the Atos. And Cube will throw himself in with a hook shot, but does not want to stick around. Nothing he can do with his puck already taken out.
Lesh does have Bloodstone now. They don't have a Spirit Vessel carrier, actually, this game like they did last time with the Phoenix. However, they will have Shard on Drow at some point soon as Egg goes down.
Put the little shredder.
Oh, boy.
See if they can...
Uh-oh.
And they're not going to be able to kill Omar again. He's out with the cookie. The arena's there. PO65 trying to heal up with the Bloodstone, but it won't save him. And Omar able to get big damage off there as he turns with the kisses.
It's just outplay after outplay after outplay. They're just, yeah. It looks like two completely different skill levels on these teams. Ooredoo, like I said, hitting on all cylinders, but also just being there with the numbers every single time. While Ivy, they're split up. They're showing up kind of one by one. They're looking for TA 2000. They might be able to get the Drow this time.
They do. They do indeed. That's, yeah, if they're able to catch that. I mean, at the same time, you know, observing what we've got here in the mid, big pressure on this tier 2, you know, for 16 minutes in this tier 2 tower, nearly being taken by the Ghost. So they lose the Drow. I don't think Ooredoo will be too caught up about that.
Kaori?
Maybe they can catch Kaori as well. Ooh, stun will miss, but very few options get out there. He has got the rebound, but he won't quite be able to make a play to escape in time. Elsewhere, Mobite, he's going to end up get caught again. This combo, I mean, just the addition of the Atos into the ability of the lockdowns that Ooredoo can have to use against the puck, it's causing issues for him.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I saw Bryo do this build, and I actually really did like it on this.
Did he also do it against a puck in that game, or was that just...
I can't remember exactly. I think it was against an Ember, maybe.
Yeah,
I know that
maybe
they
against
lacked
Spirit,
I can check,
for sure.
because they lacked catch, and we actually had an interview with him afterwards, and he was just like, yeah, it feels like it's a really good item that's underrated, and it just makes you incredibly tanky and gives you that extra catches. Mobe, be so careful. Such aggressive vision coming out from Ooredoo, so they're just playing at pretty much full acceleration right now. They see everything. Cube and Pio are just completely spotted during all these moves in the jungle right now. Big Ruin, Arcane. I think they might just go to Rosh with that.
I think you do, right? Yeah, 20 seconds, got Exorcism. Roshan's definitely going to be appealing, you know. I mean, Ivy could try and pull a fight together around the Roshan. They've got Dream Coil, Supernova, with the hook shot as well, potential to make some sort of play around Rosh. So
it's just too... That feels... The thing is, like, so many people can kill the egg at this point, right? The Marcy, the Snap, the Drow if you don't catch in position, even the DP because it's so low level. And I don't know how they kill the Death Prophet. Like, even if they full commit in, I think Noob just stands his ground and kills everybody with Siphons. I mean, they might force to actually contest for this, but it feels like it's not going to go well. That's if they even go for it. Which we're assuming they will, but...
So's Ivy here checking out with the rocket flare to see if Ooredoo's headed into the pit, but indeed they haven't decided to do so quite yet.
Maybe TA2000's telling them, let's just wait my BKB. It's coming out in the courier right now, so... Let's see.
That's going to be a bit of a surprise for Ivy to smoke into if TA2000 turns up with that BKB.
They smoke? Are they smoking? They get a scan onto Noob.
Noob's
here.
pretty isolated. He's by the tower. There's
So
a TP backup
tanky.
could come in.
He is so unbelievably tanky.
He's stepping away from the tower. They could try and
Okay.
go from the Arcane's out there, so they'll have that to play with in this fight. So they'll have to burst him very cleanly. See if they can do that. They're in with the silence and the dream coil. They'll land the stun. Is he going to be able to get anything off?
Nicely
He's
done.
not. They've got the perma lock down there. The hook shot to follow up. A very, very nice kill where Noob not expecting that at all. Steps out a little too far in the bottom lane, and it's a big kill for Ivy.
Dire's bottom tower.
Massive one, really. Mid lane. They're committing for the Granite Golem. Priori. Can't quite finish it. All right, so big move there, really, from Ivy. If he doesn't get chain stun and he gets siphons off, he lives there. So great chain stun coming up from them.
Yeah, really nicely done. Get a bit of a chance to maybe look for more. That's Mobite. Can fall for Omar. And he can keep going. He's got this haste rune. See how aggressive he wants to play. The TA2000 is in the neighborhood, though, so
Dire's middle tower is under
definitely have to respect the positioning of the drought. You can very easily turn and kill most of the heroes on Ivy right now at this stage. So they won't dive for more. A couple of kills there for Ivy.
is under attack.
Yep, not bad. Not bad at all. And they're even getting bottom tower now with PO after getting those
Dire's
kills.
bottom tower has fallen.
It's a tough game, but definitely not as tough as game one was at pretty much any stage of it. So definitely a chance here for Ivy.
The drow is definitely still a pretty big issue. But yeah, definitely, I mean, infinitely better than that last game. Now killing the drow twice, that'll be the question if they can do. Shard soon to be picked up as well.
He wants
Looks
to
like
go
maybe
for the
Clock Rocket. Yeah.
Clock's coming over. Cube's going to look for a hookshot steal.
3 seconds on Rocket. They're checking the angles.
He might get the chance to. Can he get the angle?
Fiori.
He could go for this. He's going in, but he's not going to get it. The spear's there from Wuta. And indeed, the Aegis goes to the hands of TA2000.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now is the big question of how do they deal with a full team fight, because they can get these pickoffs when they chain stun on DP and whatnot, but yeah, TA2000, BKB done, Shard also finished, so now he's got that answer versus the Lesh too. And
He's
almost a
just
BKB
going in
onto him.
first. Look at this.
Oh my. Oh my, he might just kill him. Oh boy. Okay.
They can run it down the lanes here. This tier 2. Very low.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This TA2000 guy's pretty good.
Radiant's middle tower
He has continued to impress pretty much in all of the games we've got to see from Ooredoo.
Yeah.
Just
Naive.
looking like a
been
very,
so
very
good.
well-oiled squad, these guys. You know, everything's working together really nicely, really smoothly. They've just got a good approach to the game right now, and it's showing with the wins that we're seeing from them.
Yeah, they're fast, they're aggressive. They don't really play on like relying on farm or from anyone. Like all 3 cores very active, same with the supports. That's quite a treasure. What a pleasure to see, sorry. I mean, they're all just it has this like kind of similarity of me with a little bit of like how Tundra plays. How they look aggressive, but they look like they're farming all the time. Because like Kaori almost has BKB as 5-position Marcy. It's actually pretty crazy how much farm they have on their 2 supports, while they've also been making moves all the time on the map.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Little Brigand's Blade found on TA2000, right before he gets his push going. Egg is forced in the mid lane. Noob, I guess, got the jump on him. So no Egg for the next fight. And Noob, he's going
He might
aggro.
look for the kill here.
He's got silence.
He
He's got
has
it.
Atos and a silence. Should be enough
Top tower
to
is under
disable the
attack.
Phoenix long enough indeed for the exorcism
top.
to get the kill.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be TP's coming over to provide that extra bit of damage required to take down the Lycan. That zones me out of the game.
And they get the money from the creep as well, too.
Oh, I knew.
Oh, no way.
I mean, he might just find another kill with this exorcism. He does.
All
He
right.
doesn't only get the initial chase down that we saw onto the Phoenix, he also picks up the kill on Mobile.
All right, Noob really came to prove something today. You know, last game he was a little suicidal on his Tusk, but it was because of how much they had that lead, of course, going. But he went for that interesting build on the Tusk with the max tag team that we hadn't seen much. Now he's gone for this bit of interesting Death Prophet 8-Toast build. He's cruising. He's really killing it. He actually now has a Blink Dagger picked up also, so can play even more aggressive.
Look on here, they managed to trap Kaori. We'll get the kill, but Noob's coming in from the side. Silence onto the 2. Wuta jumps in with the God's Rebuke slow. That's going to be a dead clockwork.
Baby. And TA2000 has pretty much a full Scotty if he wants to buy it, and might also find another kill here.
Oh, they're going to go for this. Yeah, Kisses coming down. Has got the shapeshift, has to use it to survive. An ult to just run from his tier 3 back to the base, back to the fountain.
That might be one of the most feels bad man heroes to ult on defensively. You're just like, all right, guys, can't play the game for 100 seconds. Good luck. Force back to base.
Radiant's top tower is under
Ooredoo.
attack.
Dictating full pace. Level 18 Drow and Scotty. Yeah, so all right. Good luck, Lesh. PO is going to walk in with his BKB and just get Scotty slowed. Scotty
Dire's
reduced
middle
life
tower
drain,
is
or
under
life
attack.
steal as well, too. And the hypothermia when BKB is gone, too.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle
top.
tower is under attack.
They see PO.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they'll just back away.
A little bit of a pause here from Mobile.
Screen dead. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Marcy.
What's happened here?
He's jumping. There's tumbler, mid
It's quite
tumbler
the
toy,
jump.
right?
Oh, it's the tumblers, yeah.
Mid tumbler.
Yeah.
I can't zoom in. Oh, it's not working for me. Oh wait, what's the button?
What are you trying to zoom in for?
Try and get the damn. Try and get the cool item. Oh, look
Okay,
how cool
okay.
that is.
That's right. Excuse me. Well, looks like we've got Cube just going for the reconnect. So, yeah. It's not as bad as game 1 for Ivy, but it's...
No. It's
not
close,
gonna. It's
though.
not gonna be a fun one to play out. It's not gonna be an easy one to play out. They're gonna have to hope for some diving from Ooredoo, it feels. If they're gonna be sort of able to find some sort of situation that they're handed in which they get a chance to take a team fight against this rather impressive lead that Ooredoo have right now, just 25 minutes in.
Yeah, you know, and the good news is they did kill the Drow.
Yeah.
They killed her
I don't
once.
consider myself the best
I don't know if
player.
they're gonna kill her the second time because she literally has 6,000 gold.
Uh-huh.
So gonna be either a Scotty or a Butterfly. I'd imagine the Scotty before Butterfly. Doesn't have to worry about physical damage. Yeah, not easy for them. Mobay also, you know, I didn't really touch on his item build too much. I'm fine with like the Witchblade and the Blink, but then going for bots as well. Feels pretty greedy. He has no real defensive tool that if he just gets 8-toe silence, he's just dead. I know it happens a lot of times when we see these pucks. They really don't want to go for the Yules or any type of save thing, but definitely feels like it's hurt Mobay quite a lot. And again, Ooredoo just playing unbelievably well.
Mm-hmm. No, looking very good today. And showing here. And just as a recap, so what are the position at the moment in the league? They only lost the
one to Manaspa.
The one to Manaspa that we saw the other day, which was that was a pretty good series. And one that we saw at the end, you know, that Manaspa were very happy about getting the win in. I believe, you know, reality checks were issued. I think it was from Nande at the end of that series.
That was definitely an interesting one because then I think they lost the next series right afterwards.
Oh, Manaspa did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. If I'm not, let me check. It was just like
results.
they
they dropped
trash-talked a little
dropped
bit and
2-0
lost.
to D2 Hustlers.
Yeah.
D2
Oh.
Hustlers, the team at the moment in... Well, they, of course, have had played more games in this. And in fact, if Ooredoo get this 2-0, they will be the top team at the moment in the league.
And they've definitely just looked like it consistently.
They have. I think, you know, after sort of the first round of games in this Division 2, it very much felt like probably... Well, Alliance, they had a rough start, but they've really sort of cleaned up their act. So now it's it feels like it's kind of D2, Alliance, Manaspa, and Ooredoo that you're looking towards to be the top 2.
Yeah.
One or two of those 4 very likely to be the ones to make it up towards Division 1.
I've been pretty impressed, to be honest with you, because I was, sometimes it's like after casting Div 1, after doing like these China and Western Europe and like these powerhouse teams, and it's like, oh, going home doing some Div 2, sometimes just expecting like the quality to be not as good or stuff like that. I've been very impressed with a lot of these games. Like I think Ooredoo definitely can bring it to some of these top teams. They've been looking really good. They have some of these like little bit of off ones sometimes for Noob, some of these off games, but I think if Noob plays well, then this team can challenge most teams. Like they look really,
absolutely.
really good.
And you can imagine, obviously, compared to, if you're going to compare them against like the Division 1 teams, in terms of roster, I mean, how long's Ooredoo been together as this lineup?
I just like winning.
It can't have been too long, right? A few months at the most?
I think only a couple months. I can check exact date. Let's see. It's been at least a month and a half, 2 months maybe.
Yeah. So if they keep at it with this, which, considering the results we've seen from them so far, you imagine they will do, definitely a lot of potential from this squad. And then they're already showing that.
It's been 3 months that they've been labeled as Ooredoo. Maybe they were all together even longer than that, but yeah, no, definitely fun squad to watch. Very versatile. Seeing tons of different hero picks coming out for them. But yeah, TA2000, he's definitely at least the most impressive for me. He tends to, it feels like he always has good games. It's a carry thing sometimes. They just always look better because people are sacrificing themselves for them. But I think if Noob plays clean every game, this is a top tier team. So
looks like we're good to go.
Okay, we're good.
Apologies for the pause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the patience.
Yeah,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
My bad, boys and girls. Here we go, back on. Scardy, indeed, out and derivative. TA2000.
Alrighty.
Dire's middle tower
And
is under
BKB
attack.
on Kaori. So that 5-position Marcy about to be level 12. So pretty much a scale, pretty much a core herself now with the scaling. And that sidekick is maxed now. So TA2000, I don't think he's even had the sidekick really thrown on him at all this game. Now when these fights kick off and he is sidekick, would definitely be insane as, oh my, they know.
Oh, we're looking for him down here.
Mobe, you wild man.
Ooh.
Okay. They're still hunting.
Where's the Aegis gone here? Maybe a bit of breathing room for Ivy. We'll see how much Ooredoo, if they do slow things down whilst they don't have the Aegis.
Mobe is insane. Look how far he's jumping in. Pretty reckless. They'll get the tower out of it. I believe the Shard, Wolf, plus the Leshrac are able to get this push going. And now it means they probably get top as well. Just kidding, denied.
Well, there's still no mobiles around here.
I mean, yeah, Mobe's being crazy. I mean, not getting farm at all because of any of this. I guess trying to cut some waves. Like a bit of a crazy person trying to stop some push. With the push, the A2000, he's thinking about knocking on the door.
Now, let's see what Ivy do about this. I mean, of course, without the Aegis, TA2000 is probably not going to stick around too aggressively. Hasn't quite got the full team by his side. Noob still up on the top lane.
They're ready to fight, though. Anyone who runs into them, like, Ooredoo is so much stronger at this point. Anyone Weeder finds is probably just dead if they get speared. SJM. Get away for a moment.
I mean, Noob's still looking for Mobi. Catches him with the silence, but not quite able to put a stop to the blink.
I like how this is something like you're not used to seeing, though. The Death Prophet being the ganker. Noob just really feeling himself this game. Level 20 on the DP also. Pretty crazy timings. Okay, shapeshift. They're pretty tanky up here, though. Kaori's just turning and fighting.
He's going to try to. He's taking quite a bit of damage, but yeah, he can survive through this, and Wooter, he's managed to catch the two of them. Supernova's going to be out. That means he can't stand his ground and kill off Omi. Kaori jumps in incredibly aggressively. We'll put the BKB before getting hit by the stun, so whilst he'll still be stunned, make sure that they can't turn on him. And may have just given them the chance to just lead forward and still get some action out of this. And indeed, Cube will get taken out.
Uh-oh, Pio shows himself bottom. It has to be KB.
I mean, at the same time, it was, yeah, it was sort of thanks to the Observer showing that mid lane, that was where Mobile died. TA2000 was able to catch him with a silence.
Oh boy. Didn't even see that one before the fight. Full crit, even now in the drow. Just pumping out items. Yeah, tried to get aggressive, but, you know, at this deficit, that shapeshift popped, the supports are able to just turn, stand their ground. And yeah, fully defensive BKB by being popped from PO. Now it's 60 seconds where this Slash likely can't walk up to fight. JM.
They're going to see if they can combo him. In fact, they might turn for Mobile instead. All right, he did still have the orb out, so he'll get away. Same can't be said though for JM. We've just gone in pretty deep for this effort, though. We'll manage to get the BKB off, as they don't quite have enough to burst the Mars. The kiss is coming in from Omar. Will put an end to Q. And the two heroes dead, and creep waves coming in. Ooredoo, they can look to continue their attempts for the high ground.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's
Counter
bottom
glyph.
tower
They're
is
going to
under
keep their
attack.
creep wave alive with that. And yeah, it's successful. And now they have Exo. Rex likely to go down, probably even 2 sets.
Radiant's bottom tower
I don't think they'll feel any need to back off at all here, Ooredoo.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
I mean, maybe even 3. They might just end the game.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under
That's the
attack.
fortification coming to an end, so
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
no, they'll back away. They'll respect the fact that Ivy have got everyone back in play. They'll focus on getting their next items picked up. TA2000 has the Daedalus on its way over. Cube, he's gone in. Managed to just keep his distance from the multi-shot of TA2000. They're going to commit with the BKB and try for the drought. As Own Me will continue to attempt to stay on top of TA2000, but there's the BKB pop. They'll leave behind Omar in the river, so Ivy, they'll get a kill out of this, but they won't get any of the cores. It's TA2000 with a BKB and a TP out, makes it back to safety. Ivy, they'll get something, but still not quite what they'd hoped for to start turning this game in any sort of manner.
No, it cost them everything too, right? Every single ult to be able to try to get that catch. They wanted to get a bigger target, but TA2000, very calm, very cool, collected. Waits, probably just telling himself, telling his team, like, I only BKB when I'm coiled at this point. I don't need to BKB with anything else. It's your job to cover me. I need to cover myself with that, so it's safe. And now, a full Hex on Noob. So Mobe's game already was very difficult, now even harder, as they're getting a full surround to Own Me. Own Me and PO in trouble.
That's the jump. There's the Hex reveal. Noob straight in onto Owned Me. As his BKB, Shapeshift, both on cooldown. Not a chance of escape here for the Lycan as Noob takes him out and over in the river. Kaori's coming in with the BKB. He's able to take down PO65 through his BKB, of course. A flurry of punches puts an end to the Leshrac. They've also managed to clean up the army of the Lycan. It's 3 dead on Ivy. Roshan is up. If Thunders want to pick that up.
Is under attack.
Then that Aegis, and then they should be set to run it down the mid lane. And very likely be able to put an end to this game too.
Yeah, PO tried to be greedy, tried to just TP out without using the BKB, just got disposed. But gets caught, gets killed. Already looking for another play bottom. It is under a ward though. Weezer won't find it, but yeah.
Bottom tower is under
Back to the aggression. Ooredoo Thunders, a full Daedalus on the Drow. Going for Satanic next. Holding on to Ogre Seal Totem, so more ways to just disengage is, yeah, likely to just get this push going here. Noob is expecting them to cut the wave though. Look where he's positioned. He's waiting for this puck. He knows. But what a genius. He just knows exactly where he is.
Radiant's middle
Yeah,
barracks
he's
are under
not
attack.
skipping a beat at all today here, Noob.
Radiant's
I think Weir
middle
caught sight of him for a second in the triangle there, and then Noob's just like, yeah, they have no play but cutting wave.
I just like winning.
Relentless.
And they didn't even have that one. That was in the mid. TA2000. Just thought they'll bring him down once. Oh, well, maybe they won't. Actually, he's actually able to force out to the side. They heal him up with the Greaves. He can turn with a multi-shot. Omi commits him with a BKB, trying to take down at least the Aegis from the Drow, but he can't. He has to retreat. The BKB's already been used, so there's no safety for him as he's trapped in the arena, pinned to the wall by the spear. Has owned me out. And with the exorcism from Noob, to the tier 4s they go. Hex onto PO65. We get forced aside. The 3-man silence there. Pretty much perma-silence between the Death Prophet and the Drought. The entire team of Ivy. And there's 4 dead. We'll see Mobile back in the game, but the tier 4s are getting pressured. They'll swing down towards the bottom. They do lose Corey. But, can they get more from this Ivy? They'll hook shot in from Q. Looks to try and set up onto Omar. But see TA2000, he knows as long as he keeps a safe distance, he can just turn and absolutely destroy them with the damage that he's kicking out at this stage as a Drought Ranger. They take out PS65 and the game has been called GG. As Ooredoo Thunders today with this 2-0. They're going to be feeling very good about this. This was a smooth day in the office for them. 2 back-to-back